Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another gnarly episode of Anything But Politics. My name is Jim Altman, and as always, I'm here with the wonderful...
Christian Rollman. Hey, you used my word.
I did, right before the episode started. What was it in response to? It was in response to the clap sync, for those...
The clap sync, yep.
Listening on Spotify and the like, on our auditory platforms. We do this on YouTube as well, so go check that out, Anything But Politics. Link in the description. But for that YouTube video, we need to make sure that my video and his video are synced, so we clap at the same time, using the same clock down to the second. And we clapped. He said, "Gnarly. Okay, let's do this." So we came into today's episode feeling gnarly.
Feeling gnarly, baby. You know what? And it's kind of on brand. I don't know if this is gnarly. What does gnarly come from?
Gnarly? Where does it come from?
Yeah, like, why do people say gnarly? Like, where did that... What group of people was like, let's start saying gnarly?
Are we going to start every episode breaking down, like, the etymology of the word that I say?
I think we should. I think we should.
Because we did the same thing with splendiferous.
We did, yeah.
I see it as early as mid-19th century for gnarly. It is, of course, informal. It's North American, so it comes from here, which doesn't often happen.
Wait, it means difficult, dangerous, or challenging?
It can, or
interesting.
Very good / excellent. I hope you have a wicked and totally gnarly day. You know, the things people say.
Yeah, humans say those things, right?
Yeah, humans say those things all the time. Oh, and do you see the use over time for it? Do you see that chart?
The use over... Oh, what website are you on?
I'm on Google.
Are you on Merriam-Webster? Oh, you're just on Google?
Yeah, scroll down a little bit, and it might have a use over time. I'm upset because it's kind of plateauing.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. It is originally surfer slang. So I am currently wearing a shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a feeling it sounds like, like gnarly dude. Yeah, it sounds like a gnarly dude type of thing. I am wearing a shirt that looks like it's supposed to be only worn at the beach. But I'm here to, I'm going to say a thing.
Yeah, say it. Speak your truth.
I'm speaking my truth, and it's about my shirt. And my truth is that beach shirts should be worn regardless of location.
Mm-hmm. Bring the beach home.
Yes. No. It's be your beach, I guess.
Be your best beach.
Is the worst. Be your best beach. Yeah. There's less sand. You don't have sand in weird places at home. You don't have to deal with feeling gross. Why do I always feel gross coming out of the water? It's water. I know it's ocean water, but I literally feel so disgusting whenever I come out of the water. There's no feeling of that. You're just comfy, chilling in your beach wear, and I love it. And it needs to be more apparent. When I got this shirt, my
Oop.
Edit that out.
Bleep it. Bleep it.
My fiance said that she was like, I guess it's a nice shirt, but you can't ever wear it at the beach, or you can't wear it anywhere other than the beach. And then my roommate also said the same thing. And I was like, well, what if so I'm wearing it on the podcast today, baby. Let's go.
You are going to be married before you start instinctually calling her your fiance, and then you'll have to correct yourself.
You know what? I subscribe to the way Drew Gooden went about this when he was like, after he got married, he was like, yes, this is my wife. And I'm comfortable saying wife because I've been saying wife for the last 9 months because fiance is a stupid word. And I couldn't agree more. Yes. Fiance is a stupid word.
We are engaged to be married. Like, yes, I get it. Just a lot of people call their significant other their wife / husband before they're even engaged.
Absolutely. It's just natural.
It's just a term of endearment at that point.
Yeah. My wifey.
Yeah. So speak your truth, wifey.
Yes, she's my wifey. She's gonna be so mad that I just said that. Anyway.
on the topic of gnarly, staying on that point, what's gonna happen? One day I'm gonna run out of synonyms. Synonyms for awesome or great or fantastic. There's going to come a day when, in the English language, I will run out of things that mean great, fantastic.
Hey, it'd be fantastic if we went that long. That would be nice.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
Yeah. You could probably start making up words at some point.
I probably will. That seems very on brand.
It really does.
He's just completely making up words. hey, we made this podcast. Let's actually stick to our own schedule and do something that we failed to do, I think, for the last 2 episodes at least. Yep. Let's do our week in review before we roll the tape.
Let's do it. How was your week, buddy?
Gosh, good. I feel like, because the reason I say it like that is because I feel like I've done a bit of stuff, but it's not coming to my own head.
You don't know what it is.
Like, my brain is telling you, man, you've had a good week. It's been a little busy, but it's been good. And then I'm going, why is that, brain? And it's like, I don't know.
It just feels that way.
It just feels that way. Scoured my kitchen. That thing's clean.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, real good-looking kitchen.
Hell yeah, that's what you like.
Oh, it really is. And the weather's getting warmer, so I'm actually able to spend more time in there.
Nice.
On kind of the same hand as like seasonal depression. It's just this feeling of I don't want to cook when it's cold out, because when it's cold out, it's cold in the apartment. And I don't want to have to like stand in there and make stuff while cold, and I also don't want to be like dressed with a jacket to like cook something. Because this is a very old apartment. There's no central air or heating. It's air conditioners in the summer and space heaters in the winter. So, you know, we have like 3 space heaters. It still doesn't do the job 100%, and it's literally fine. And where the kitchen and living room are kind of open concept, it's hard to heat that space entirely, especially because 2 out of the 4 walls are directly next to the outside. We're exposed to the outdoors on 2 different walls, so it gets very chilly. So I don't want to cook when I don't want to do that. It's uncomfortable. So it's more takeout. It's more oven pizzas. It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno. So the weather's getting warmer and I'm in the kitchen more.
You do smell good.
And it feels good.
Here, can we cut real quick? Sorry.
Yeah.
No, you're good. You're good.
Not doing a podcast or anything.
Logan says, "Hey, sexy voice."
Hey.
Okay, we're good. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Was
you're
leaving,
fine.
So he was telling me my nuggies smell good, and that that sounds like a awful euphemism. I'm sorry. That my chicken nuggets smell. That still sounds bad. The food I made smells good. He said the food I made smells very good. So and he was leaving. So we're good now. I'm so sorry.
You're fine. Long story short, warm kitchen, happy gym, and more cooking for myself. Less takeout and less oven pizzas, and it's so much healthier just to make your own food.
Absolutely, it is.
And it feels good, and I like cooking. I love cooking. Ask Mimi. I genuinely love getting in the kitchen and just cooking food. I genuinely love it.
We love a man who can cook.
Oh yeah, like I for Christmas I got a bunch of and you've gotten to that age where it's like I got cookware and I was psyched.
Yes.
Like I was pumped.
Yeah, I feel that.
I still am, because I'm starting to use it more because
you should
the
be.
kitchen's warm. So I did that this week. Cleaned my kitchen.
Question on the topic of cookware.
Yeah.
Would you ever buy used cookware?
It depends. I mean, it depends on the wear and tear of it. It depends, the material. Like, I'd buy a used cast iron.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because it's like, you gotta.
Yeah, you
That's
gotta.
industry standard.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, cool.
But,
I was just wondering.
I don't know. It's also really nice to have new stuff. What?
It is. That is true. I saw like a used fucking pot at a thrift store, and I was like, that looks brand fucking new, and it really did look new. And I debated buying it, but then my sister was like, ew, it's used cookware. I was like, so it looks nice.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'd rather buy used cookware than used dishware. Because it's like, one, you cook the food on, the other you eat off of. Tell me which sounds more unsanitary.
Like spit, they're like getting spit in it every time they dip their nasty, disgusting spoon into their cereal or whatever it is. That's so disgusting. Yeah, just like when you think about you're about to buy something used, just think like, what was it used for?
Yes.
If it was used for gross shit, don't fucking buy it. But don't get sheets, Every time I see like fresh linens, I'm like, not fresh linens. They're not fresh linens. They are linens. No descriptor needed.
Soiled
We all
linens.
know what the descriptor would be. Yeah, soiled.
Used
shitty
linens.
Stained linens. Don't ever buy linens if they are not out of a package. That's used. You can save your money elsewhere. All well and good. I love to do that too. I buy almost all my clothes exclusively at a thrift store. But there needs to be a line somewhere where you go, you know what? I think I can spend my money on a nice new set of linens.
Treat yourself.
Then, yeah.
Treat
And,
yourself
like,
to some nice linens.
Absolutely, because they're the best. I love getting. That's what I always get excited for Christmas is when I open it up and it's like fresh linens. You know?
Yeah.
It's a great time. That's how I know I'm getting fucking old. Is that?
Right, yeah. I was psyched to get my kitchen stuff.
Absolutely. It's great being an adult, right?
Sometimes.
You know, I don't feel like an adult. Do you feel like an adult?
I almost said never, but at the same time, I do.
Do you really?
At times, I mean, like, during this podcast, fucking never. But, like, there are other times in my life where, like, adulthood has been forced upon me. And a huge part of that has been my relationship with Mimi, where I've just kind of been forced to do... I don't want to say forced, like this is against my will. The situation at hand... It means that I have to do a number of different things. For example, I'm a 21-year-old guy who has to support more than his self. Like, if I was still single, I'd be first off, I'd probably still be at Sonic. I'm not going to lie to myself. I'd probably still...
You'd have no reason to leave.
I'd have no reason to leave because I was making enough money to live comfortably.
Absolutely.
And then I had another person in the house, and all of a sudden the grocery bill went up, and, you know, she still needs to buy things she wants. I mean, like, having the bare minimum is nice, but I would never want her to go without getting anything she wanted on a whim. So I comfortably make enough to support us and also get stuff that we like when we want it. I'm supporting a whole other human being. We talked about this way early on. I'm talking episode 1 or episode 2. I'm on my own health insurance.
Oh, yeah, you are on your own health insurance.
Very early. Typically, it's what, 25?
25, yeah. I'll be joining you soon, buddy.
Yeah, it's 25 when you typically get off your parents' insurance. But in situations like this, I'm married, I'm on my own insurance. And with that interview coming up with immigration, which I think we talked about last week.
Yes, we did.
Yep, that will hopefully push the process along, and as soon as she has a green card, boom, she's on my insurance too. So bye-bye.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
It's a big win right there.
It's kind of been great because the liability of having a whole other person uninsured has been great during quarantine because it's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, right.
What's gonna happen? Like you're stuck inside. Like, so that's been good at the very least. That's been good. But yeah, insurance. Taxes don't make me really feel like an adult because you only do it once a year. You sit down for an hour and do your taxes. That's such a you're an adult thing. It doesn't. It's an hour out of a year that you do your taxes.
Unless you own your own small business or you do a lot of stock. Trading or like shit like that, then your taxes are so fucking easy. Stop complaining about taxes.
If you use the word portfolio, you're allowed to say that taxes are difficult and that you're an adult. If you don't say portfolio at least like once a week, your taxes are fucking easy. Quit lying about it.
Yeah, stop pretending like it's any more than just simple data entry. It's literally the easiest shit in the world.
They number the boxes. It literally says, what's it say in box 4? They don't trust you to do it right.
No, they don't. Dude, and you know what? I did my taxes completely wrong this year. Do you want to know how I did it? This makes me feel so stupid, but it's awesome.
My God, please tell. Did you accidentally commit tax fraud?
Kind of.
Almost. Almost. Upon review, you caught your mistake.
My mother caught my mistake. Well, no. So, yeah, what happened was...
Mom clutching.
For real. So I filled it all out. I did all the things I was supposed to do, and I was like, great, it's all done.
Yeah.
And then it was like, do you want to review your 2019 taxes? And I was like, I probably should review. For no reason. Why the fuck do I need to review my 2019? It's over. What am I doing reviewing it? Mm-hmm. But for some reason, I was like, yeah, I probably should. And then I clicked on it, and I was like, looks fine, I guess. I didn't know what I was looking for.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, it looks fine. And then I fucking submitted. So it took it as a second W-2 for this year. And so my return dropped significantly because I just said that I made double what I put on the initial W-2. And I was like, what the sorry.
Are you saying that your
out
2019 tax return got tacked onto your 2020 tax
onto my
return?
2020 because I submitted the 2019 as a new W-2 for 2020. You shouldn't be able to do that.
That's a button?
Be a function. Yeah, there shouldn't be a function that allows you to even do that, but I found it somehow. So I did that. And then, my tax return dropped to where I owed like $700. And I was like, well, that can't be right. And so I was like, Mom, I don't know what I did. She was like, why do you have two W-2s? You've worked at the same place all year. And I was like, I don't know. And she was like, oh, you put in your 2019 as a 2020 W-2. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, that's probably wrong.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I had
so
to
even
pay for
simple
the first
data
time.
entry, I fucked up. What'd you say?
What'd you say?
Sorry, I just said simple data entry. Even I fucked up.
Yeah, I had to pay for the first time this year.
Wow, how did that feel?
It was only $47.
Oh,
but
still,
yeah, I had to pay because I guess I just made enough. I mean,
you bastard.
It wasn't part-time anymore, and it wasn't tipped wage. It was a full-time job. With good pay. So
and benefits.
I guess I just made enough to where I didn't have to pay much.
No, it's not like you're paying back.
This is legal, right? Like I can
dollars.
say this shit.
Yeah, you can say what. I mean, you can say you had to pay some money for.
Can I say how much?
You said 47.
I did say 47.
Oh, are you saying? Yeah, you said 47. Yeah,
okay, I had to pay like $47. Okay, this is one of the times I don't feel like an adult when I'm literally sitting here questioning like, am I legally allowed to say how much I paid in taxes?
Yeah.
No, I think
okay.
So I had to pay like
totally
$47. Like it wasn't a lot, but
no.
The thing is, Mimi and I got married November 27th of 2019. So for all of 2020, I was married. Mm-hmm. But because she doesn't yet have a green card, she also does not have a number of things like a social security number or an ITIN, which is an individual tax identification number, meaning that I cannot put her on my taxes yet.
Damn. Yeah.
The cool part is, as soon as she has those things, which should be soon, hopefully, I can go back and refile those taxes. I can open up, I can go to good old Turbo and go to 20... I think I'm even allowed to do 2019 because it was legally in that year, even if it was in November. I don't know how it works, but on your 2019 taxes, when you were filing it in early 2020, it asked, did you get married last year? So that must affect it in some way. I don't know if you can claim them as a dependent for the whole year. Anywho, I love how we were talking about taxes on this fucking podcast.
Hey, we're an educational podcast.
Yeah, we're educational now.
Yeah,
listen to take everything we say as fact.
Yes, 100%.
Our word is law.
For future reference, our word is law. So for future reference, everybody, take last year's tax W-2 form and tack it onto the new one. That is how you do your taxes from now on. Just
it's cumulative. Every year, make sure to add the last couple.
Yeah, by year 7, you're paying like $4,000 in tax, even if you're like I'm going to go ahead and out myself. I am in the poverty line. Hell yeah. Or under the poverty line.
Hell yeah. No, hey, I'm talking about the fact that I make good enough money to have to pay in tax. I'm also under the poverty line. The poverty line's fucking so high.
Poverty line is wild. Yeah, when I saw the poverty line, I was like, oh my God, I'm so below it. I'm like half of the poverty line.
Maybe I'm not technically under the poverty line.
I don't think you're probably at it or slightly above it.
Legally, I'm above it. But technically, because I'm legally a household of 1 right now. As soon as Mimi's green card comes through, we'll be a household of 2. I'll be back under. Essentially, long story short, taxes.
They're crazy, right?
They are absolutely wild.
They are.
And so I want to go ahead and wrap that up and just say, okay, cool, taxes. To answer your question from like 10 minutes ago, not often do I feel like an adult. But I've gone over my week, and we're also including everything that we're probably going to cut like 20 minutes in. No, probably like 15 minutes in. Let's get to your week.
Yeah, my week. So, okay, so I said this before we got on the podcast. Literally, it feels like it's been a month since we've done this, and I thought we missed a week because this week has just been crazy. So I started drinking more water. This is such a small thing, but it's a big deal. Yeah.
That's amazing.
I was not drinking a lot of water. And I also hated the way I was drinking water. So when I did theater, I would buy a gallon of water and drink, because I was like, I need to drink a gallon. And then I would reuse those bottles.
Yes. I've been there.
For a long time. Because if I wanted my own like nice water bottle, I'd have to buy it. And I didn't have the money for that because I was doing theater.
Also, I can't trust myself to refill my water bottle. Like if it's empty, it's just so much work to refill it. I'd rather just have a gallon and carry it with me.
100%. Yeah. So over time, I stopped refilling my water bottles, my gallons of water, and I just kept buying new ones because I had the money to pay 90 cents for a gallon of water.
Yeah.
And that's so bad for the world. And like, I over time, I felt worse and worse about it. And I was like, I just need to get a water bottle. And my sister got a water bottle, and it's really nice. Let me show it.
Ooh. YouTube, check this out. Spotify, fuck you.
Check it out. It is a half gallon. So I fill it up once. No, that's a lie. I drink one a day.
Nice.
I think 1/2 gallon's pretty good.
That's not bad.
No, and especially because I was just drinking so much soda. I really was. Every time I got thirsty, I was like, oh, just buy a Coke. And I just was drinking 3 or 4 sodas a day. And I was like, this needs to change because I'm now sleeping like 11 hours and still feeling tired.
Dude,
I can't fall asleep.
If they put water in like cans and sold those cans by the 24 pack, like I'd be all over that.
I'm all over it. Yeah, 100%. Because I just get thirsty and I want to drink something. And if I'm going to drink something, I'd rather it taste good. But at this point, I was like, it's so much soda. And it's really horrible for me. So got this water bottle. Now I'm drinking like maybe a soda a day, maybe 2.
Ooh, if I'm feeling excellent. That's so excellent.
Yeah, it's 2 if I finish my water early and I want to treat myself. But usually it's just 1. I finish half the bottle and I go, cool, I'm going to have just a little soda. And it takes me longer to finish the soda now because my tolerance is... I used to down a fucking 20-ounce Coke in less than 10 minutes. Then I would get thirsty again in half an hour because that's how Coke works.
Yeah.
And then you need it again. It's bad, man. So this, I'm getting, so this is the first week of me doing it and I'm getting 6-7 hours and feeling jazzed, absolutely jazzed. Yeah. Like I'm getting to bed at 2 or 3 before it was 5. Now I'm getting to bed at 2 or 3 and waking up at 10 and feeling fucking fantastic. It's great, man. And I'm waking up before my alarm. This has not happened since I was in high school. I'm waking up before my alarm goes off because my body's just like, we're good, actually. We don't need to.
Actually, this is fine. Yeah. I'm good with that. I'm content.
Yeah, I don't need something else telling me to get up. I'm just going to get up because I'm ready to get up. And that's such a good feeling. But because of that, I'm like adding 3 or 4 hours to my days. So every day feels a lot longer. But I'm getting so much shit done. And I feel good, man. It's really good. So this week has been very good for that reason. And I'm eating a lot more. I've gained weight. I've gained a sizable amount of weight.
That's awesome. That really is.
Yeah. Yeah. Every winter I shave off way too much weight because I just don't eat during the winter. Because I don't do anything during the winter. Because I'm lazy as fuck during the winter.
Yeah.
And then that nice spring weather, that nice warm weather comes around. And I'm like, I'm ready to do some shit. So, now I eat like 4 meals a day and I'm just constantly eating and I've gained like 8 pounds in the past couple weeks, which is good for those who don't know, it's very good for me. It's very difficult for me to gain weight.
Yeah.
I'm a very small boy and, my metabolism is fucked. So I just, it's very difficult for me to gain weight. So the fact that I gained 8 pounds in a couple weeks, that's crazy. But I can shave off 8 pounds if I just stop eating. Like if I go, okay, I'm not going to shovel food into my face for like 2 days, I can lose that 8 pounds in 4 days.
Yeah.
It sucks, bro. It sucks. But anyway, so my week has been very good.
Do you want to go ahead and roll the tape?
Let's roll the tape, baby.
Let's roll the tape. Welcome back, everybody. Hello, everybody. This is Jim and Christian.
And you're listening to Anything But Politics.
Fuck yeah! And welcome back, everybody. So... And you know what? I don't think that I mind the longer openings. I think it makes sense to roll the tape pretty early on, but in the same vein, I feel like since we've kind of dropped our self-made requirement to have a topic and stick to it every episode, and we've just kind of been going back and forth and letting our conversation lead us, it's really evened out the show to a point where it's like 25 minutes of week in review, 25 minutes pure conversation, 25 minutes wrap up, and goodbye. I feel like it's pretty even, and I like that. I truly do.
Yeah.
I like the flow that we have.
Yeah, it feels natural and also structured.
Yes.
It feels like we've got what we know what we're gonna do. We come in, we do it, we have fun doing it, and then we get the hell out of here, man. It works in my opinion. I think it's nice.
Oh, that we like the structure of the podcast. It's a living beast. It really is. It's changed.
Really is.
It's every episode that's been out. It has changed, and that is a good thing. We'll find our sweet spot. We might not do it this episode or next month or this year. Yeah, it's true. But we'll find it. We'll find that sweet spot, and then we'll probably stick there for a while. Yeah. And when we want to change it, we will, just to keep it organic and to keep it fresh.
Keep it fresh. Never keep them on their toes, Jim. Keep them on their toes. Blah! Bet you didn't know I was going to do that, did you?
Ooh, people listen to this while driving. Don't cause a fucking pile up.
Dude, sometimes I'll be listening to a podcast or just anything. I'll be listening to anything. Sometimes it's music, and there will be like a sound that sounds like police sirens.
All the time.
I will shit myself being like, oh, what the fuck? I'll put my hands immediately at 10 and 2, sit up straight, and then look in my rear view, and it's like, there's nothing there, man. And then I'll rewind and like, oh, there it is again. I'm stupid as shit. People need to stop putting those sounds, or like a car horn, like a really loud car horn. I'm like, ah! I think somebody's freaking out at me. It's a horrible thing that people do. Guys, stop doing that.
I listen to music at work, and so often just one of the background vocals hits a little too close to home, and I'll turn around and I'll look at Mimi and I'll be like, "Did you say something?" She's like, "No," and I'm like, "Damn." And this happens at least, I don't want to over exaggerate, but probably like 15 times a day.
Yeah.
It happens so often. I'm just like, "What'd you say, love?" She's like, "Nothing." I'm like, "Awesome, cool."
Cool. It was just the backup singers. My bad. In the same vein, today I was playing basketball at a park, and I had my earbuds in, and I actually listened to AJR's album for the first time on earbuds. I had been listening almost exclusively in the car or through speakers. So yeah, I listened with my earbuds for the first time, or at least it was a couple songs for the first time.
Yeah.
And there's one that just has a lot of ambient sounds, just like kind of random noise, because it's AJR and they do that shit.
Yeah.
And it's great. And it usually fills out a song really nicely. And it does. But when you're at a park alone and you hear like a random like you can't explain that sound. And you don't. And I rip out my earbuds being like, who's there? It's horrible.
Wait, you hear a random what?
I'll hear just a random noise. It'll be like a voice going, oh yeah. You know how people say in their music?
All the time. I love how people say that when in the park.
Yeah, when you're trying to get a fellow person's attention who's playing basketball with their earbuds in, the national, what's the word? What is the word? Protocol. The national protocol is to go.
I was going to let you struggle with it.
Attention. Thank you. I appreciate it, Jim.
In part, I also didn't know exactly what you were looking for, but I just decided to stay out of it.
Who knows what my brain does? All right.
But where we had essentially left off before we rolled the tape was the fact that Mimi and I are doing something very similar to the whole getting up earlier thing, which I have to get up at the same time every day no matter what, just because I got a job. And I do this thing, and I feel like it's pretty commonplace, but I don't set my alarm for when I need to get up. I set like the alarm for half an hour before, just so that I can hit snooze a couple. I'd rather hit snooze a couple times because I feel like I wake up more naturally that way.
Absolutely, it's such a weird thing because it's so not good for your sleep to get interrupted and then go back to it.
You really?
But that just No, it's very bad. You want to stay in your cycle until you're up. Yeah, it's like the snooze button is really, really bad for you, but for some reason it feels so good.
Yeah, I'm being bad. Whoops, I didn't know.
Not even to mention the fact that people aren't even supposed to sleep in one cycle anyway. We're supposed to have multiple cycles. Like we're supposed to have 2 cycles of sleep throughout the day.
Oh, is it
that's
like
why kids
Einstein?
fucking nap. Yeah, that's why kids fucking nap. Like their natural inclination is to sleep twice during a 24-hour period. Two sessions of shorter sleep. Like that's the natural way humans are supposed to. And we grow kids. We raise kids being like, stop. Once they get into like high school, they're like, stop sleeping so much. It's like, I'm fucking tired. I'm supposed to be sleeping at 3 p.m.
High school was one of my like most tired times, like late high
Honestly.
school, like junior and senior year. Like I'd just go home and pass out.
100%. When did you stop playing naps? I'm so fucking dumb. When did you stop taking naps?
Like
as a child.
As a child, gosh, I don't quite know.
Sophomore year.
4, 5?
4 or 5. Oh, wow.
No. 5.
Feels early.
I feel like 5 to 6.
Yeah, I feel like once you
It's
start
in the
going
5
to school.
to 6 zone.
Yeah, I think it was once I was about 6. It was like
6.
after kindergarten, because kindergarten I would come home and take a nap right after school. And then, yeah, like first grade, I was like, I think I can go a full day. But it's so not good for you. You're supposed to, you're like mammals are supposed to.
Was it Einstein?
That's why
who did
dogs.
That?
Could have been.
There was some scientist that would, or mathematician, he would just go in cycles, and I think he might have had more than 2 sleep cycles. He would work, sleep, and it wasn't a day-night cycle. It just
exactly
revolved,
it's not supposed to
and
be.
it was even, and it in theory it seems so nice, but of course, just to put it in quotes, air quotes, we live in a society, and the workflow and social flow kind of cram sleeping to the nighttime. And working, socializing to the daytime / evening.
Probably a big reason of that is like, back in the day, back before light bulbs were a thing, there wasn't really
you had to work during the day,
yeah, you couldn't do shit during the night unless you wanted to light a candle for several hours. So the natural thing was just like, well, it's dark outside, I can't really do anything, I'm just gonna go to sleep. Because you can't read, you can't do any of the shit you can't watch TV. You can't do anything that is normal.
Yeah, my book doesn't work at night.
Yeah.
My book's fucking broken, dog.
And also, like, but what's interesting is a lot of people in the southern hemisphere, that's the one that's like
below the equator.
Like, below the equator. Yeah. So a lot of people in those cultures, they do they take a siesta. Yes, you've heard of this?
Yes, I've heard of a siesta.
So what's interesting is they most likely have developed that idea of taking a nap, 1, because it's natural, and 2, because you would sleep during the hottest period of the day. To where, like, if you're out working at 2 p.m., you are going to die.
It would literally be more detrimental to keep working during this time.
Exactly.
So to keep up productivity, you take your siesta.
And when the sun, like after the sun hits its peak and as it's going down, you still have daylight, and you can do a lot of work then because it's cooling off. And then you go do your actual sleep, like your night cycle. So the world sleeps differently. It's very interesting.
I love the energy that our show creates, just because we can go from not being able to count fucking months to explaining, like, in the southern hemisphere, the way that siestas work and why it's beneficial to our sleep cycles. Who are we?
Who knows, man? I don't know.
We're like, man, I accidentally committed tax fraud, but at the same time, did you know that the most natural way to keep your REM sleep cycles intact is to sleep evenly throughout the day. Multiple cycles as opposed to just one, which can be unhealthy.
Yeah. Because your REM cycle is 3 hours. And then I'm going to stop talking about sleep because I know it's boring. Your REM cycle is about 3 hours.
Don't fall asleep. Don't fall asleep while we're talking about it.
I took a psychology class in high school, and like this was a really big section, was like sleep, because it's extremely important to your productivity.
True.
And so health. Yeah, your REM cycle is about 3 hours. Mm-hmm. That's why if you sleep like 8 hours is such a bad amount of time, because you're literally just breaking your REM cycle right in the middle of it.
First 8 hours is such a bullshit. Like
Exactly, yeah.
I
do
hate
better
the
off
8
6
hours.
than 8.
It's because everyone does differently better at different times.
Exactly.
Everyone needs a different amount of sleep, and
Just
that's
like
okay.
everything else. Yeah. People need different amounts of like certain food pieces, certain nutrients, like certain nutrients. Some people need more iron, and some people need more fats, and some people need more carbs. Nah, no one needs more carbs. But you know what I'm saying? So like everybody's fucking different. There's some people who can go 4 hours of sleep every day and they're jazzed. They're killing it throughout the day. That's just how they operate. I operate really great off 6, maybe 7, but once I hit that 8 mark, I'm like super lethargic throughout the day. But then once I hit 9, I'm chilling.
Because like early high school, like, because I feel so damn old talking about it, because like I talk about high school like it happened yesterday. You were 14 when you go into high school.
Yeah, you're really fucking young.
You're really young when you start high school, man. And looking back on it, I was like, I thought I was on top of the world.
I was 13.
And I was. I peaked in high school. But
yeah. Don't we all?
Didn't we all peak in high school? But like early high school, so like I still had a bedtime, right? Like my parents
You're 14.
my mom liked the idea that by a certain time I was in my room, I was going to bed.
Sure.
And I respect that.
Sure. It's easier on the parents too.
No, it definitely is, and I'll probably, while I don't understand it quite now, give me 14 years with a kid, and then I'll tell you whether or not I want them going to bed at fucking 10 o'clock.
Right. Well, because super quick, because like you understand you grasp the concept of like, okay, I may not want to do this right now, but I really need to go to sleep. Kids don't do that. They're just like, I'm just gonna wait until I pass out. It's like you have to tell a kid, okay, you really need to go to bed. Like it's just part of it, or else they're gonna be literally up all night, because that's how kids are. Go ahead.
Now a kid, yes, and would I still call a 14-year-old kid? Yes, but like I mean, like a child, you are right, doesn't understand that. By 14, 15, I did understand what I needed from a sleep cycle,
right?
And 8 hours wasn't fucking it. like I would.
Yeah.
I tried to fight this bedtime, and she was like, no, you need to be in the room, lights off, you need to be like trying to sleep. And I was like, yeah, but like that's the thing, is my trying is just failing.
Yeah.
My brain was the most active it was throughout the entire day at nighttime, and that's when I was creating and working on either theater stuff or at the time I was live streaming, but I was doing it on Facebook. There's so much old Jim.
Yeah, really old Jim.
I don't think I went by Jim at the time. That started in high school. But
damn, really old.
James. Right? That's what I'm saying. Old James. But
old James.
I knew that I needed less sleep out of my cycle. I understood that everyone needs different amounts of time. And because I was kind of, forced sounds very rude, but it was like, hey, it's school tomorrow, get to your room. It was a rule in the house, and you got to respect those. It was a rule in the house.
Yeah.
So I would just be awake. I couldn't be working on anything.
Yeah.
Like I said before, when the sun goes down, my book breaks. It's a paperweight, my book, when the sun isn't out.
Yeah, so, and like the kids who are listening, we have so many kids who listen, but kids who listen, no smartphones, guys. I couldn't just get on my smartphone and watch YouTube for hours in my bed.
Oh, you want to hear the most bullshit thing?
Go for it.
Okay, here, I don't want to like roast my fucking parents, but
do it.
But they don't listen, so ha. Anyway, no, here's what I'm about to say, and I think we might have touched on this before. I did not have a cell phone until age like 16.
Yep.
Because they believed that if I was going to have it, I'd pay for the whole thing myself, service included.
Right.
I respect that. Do I think I'll probably will I give my child a phone earlier? Probably. Especially if they are holding the same lifestyle that I did at that age, where I was constantly out with theater and everything.
Exactly.
If my kid decides they want to be a shut-in, bless it. Okay, awesome. But like,
Sure.
if they're going to be out, I want to be able to contact them as soon as I need to contact them.
Also, though, are they even gonna be a shut-in if they don't have a smartphone? Like, to give me one good reason to want to stay inside all day if you don't have like video games or a cell phone. Like, why would you want to be inside? Maybe I'm dumb.
No,
some
yeah,
people
you're
like
okay.
reading, but-
A lot of people like reading, not at nighttime though. But
Not at nighttime. But
Not
even
at-
still, like, you can only read so much during the day. At some point, you're gonna want to like go hang out with friends or go see people. Whereas like now, like I've got my phone. Why do I need to do anything else? I can pretend I have friends and like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's just I don't know. I don't know. I just grew up so differently than kids and are gonna grow up now.
yeah,
I
I'll
fear for
probably
kids
give
who grow
my
up now.
kid a phone earlier. However, I
Yeah, same.
respect the idea that I had to be 16 before I got my own phone. So,
Right.
16, I got my job at Sonic. I worked. I saved. And money on the table, I bought my phone in full. I've never contracted a phone. I hate the idea of it. Especially after working for Sprint. I hate the idea of not owning the device in your hands. Like, leasing
Sure.
is so weird to me. I bought it, money on the table. I pay for my own service, my phone.
Fair. I'm probably gonna do that with my next phone.
It's really good. Anywho,
Yeah.
this is what I don't respect and I don't understand. I bought
Go
that
for it.
thing. I paid for
Put
the
'em on
service. I
Oh, that
had
shit's
to
yours.
leave it in the living room at night.
Nah.
I
That
was
shit's
not
yours,
allowed
bro.
to have it in my room when going to bed.
Nah, you paid for it, my guy.
That's what I'm
that's your
saying,
phone.
dog. Like, I understand that what you're trying to do is give me more sleep by taking away my distractions.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I stayed up some nights because if I knew that one of my friends was off doing some, like, dumb shit, if anything happened to them, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I pride myself on being that one person that no matter how deep your shit is, like if you've gotten yourself into some bad stuff, you can always call me. I'll help you out.
Right. Now,
You
is
know,
this phone, is this a cell phone or is this a smartphone
I was
by this point?
fucking 16, Christian. I didn't have
So
a Motorola Razr.
So a smartphone.
An iPhone, yeah.
Okay, then what would it make sense if they were like, no Wi-Fi after blah, blah, blah?
Then
We
yeah,
pay-
I paid for data.
You would have to use your data. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they were like,
Even
no Wi-Fi,
then,
you have to
I'd
use your data that
respect
you
the
spend on-
Wi-Fi more.
Yeah, exactly, because they, I assume they paid for the Wi-Fi.
Exactly. But
Yeah, like when I. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah. No, you're good.
No. What were you gonna say?
I don't know. I plan what I'm going to say as I'm fucking saying it,
you
and I
say
hope
it.
that's very apparent.
Oh, that's a. That's an instant.
Welcome to the
classic
show,
quote right there.
everybody.
That's an instant classic. So I'll say this, and then we'll go into the little money corner.
Nice.
Yeah, so like when I think I must have been like 15 or 16, I had saved up all the money that I could have possibly saved up.
Yeah.
And I bought myself an Xbox One because I had an Xbox 360.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I had an Xbox 360, but like,
Top of the world.
oh dude, if I felt so good. But the Xbox 360 I didn't buy. Like my dad had it and I would play it when he didn't play it, and then he gave it to me when he got his own Xbox One, and I was like, I fucking want an Xbox One. So I saved up all my money. That shit was like $400 at the time. I'm 15. What am I getting $400 from? I'm not working. So, but like Christmas money and fucking birthday
Yeah,
money. And I
birthday
did get a small allowance, but I had to use that allowance on like, seeing friends and shit.
Soda.
And yeah, stupid amounts of soda. But I was like, you know what? I can go less on the soda. I'm gonna get dollar store generic brand soda, and I'm gonna save that money to
Yeah,
get a
Mr.
fucking
Thunder.
Xbox. I got Mr. Thunder and Mountain Lion. Like that shit. That was my shit right there. And then just fucking cola. They
Yeah,
got super
just
lazy and was
cola.
just like just cola.
The can is red. It says cola on it. You know what the hell it is.
You know what you're getting out of it. They get to the point, I guess.
Straight to the point.
Straight to the point. Fucking cola. So, yeah, I bought the cola. I bought the Mountain Lion. I got the Dr. Thunder or Mr. Thunder or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And I saved up that money for an Xbox 360. That was my shit. And my parents were like, yo, you want to play your Xbox 360? As long as you're up for school in the morning, be my guest. And I
That's
didn't
what I'm
really-
going to do.
Yeah, exactly. Same. Because I didn't stay on my Xbox all night, because the one time I did, I was like, fuck, I can't get up. And if I missed school, boy, I was in trouble. Also, like, you couldn't go to rehearsal if you missed school. So like, I also wanted to go to school because I wanted to go to rehearsal. So like, if you do the right things, you don't necessarily have to put in like these extreme strict rules. Like, I never
That's
understood.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, I never understood no phone after 10 o'clock. It's like, well, why don't you? Maybe your kid needs to learn how to pay the consequences if he's going to stay on his phone all night.
That's it.
Like,
at the age of 15/16,
they know.
they either already know how consequences work, or 2, better learn fucking quick, because at 18,
Exactly.
a whole ton more are going to pile upon them, and they better know how to deal with them. So,
Exactly.
here's my parenting tips from a man without a child. Future Jim can come back and listen to this episode and see if I was wrong. But essentially, the rule is be specific with your rules as a parent, and don't force those rules upon every aspect of life. For example, a better rule than, keep your grades up, here's your curfew, don't do the phone at night, no distractions, don't have your light on after this. All those rules. No. Just say, if you're going to be out, message me if you're going to be a little late or a lot late. Just message me. As long as I know where you are, I'll be fine. And 2, keep your grades up.
Yeah.
Because then,
Whatever you can do to do that.
if I wanted to stay up on my phone at night, if it wasn't affecting my school schedule or my social,
Go for it.
or my health, then what the fuck was the
It's the
problem?
problem. Yeah, who
what was
cares?
the issue with it?
Yeah, exactly.
So pick where your rules go, and then you won't even need the rest of them.
Yeah, my parents were really big on like they told me straight up. They were like, we don't really care about your grades because we think you're bigger than just whatever you do in high school. Because
Yeah.
like, who gives a fucking shit what you do in high school? Both of them did relatively well in high school, and they were like, we probably could have done terrible and our lives would have been exactly the same. So like, ultimately, it's good to do well in high school. I'm not saying flunk your classes because it's cool or it's fun.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, there are more important things in grades, and I think it always upsets me when their parents are like, you will get good grades or you will be a failure in your life. That's not true at all.
Yeah.
And also, like, their big thing was, a lot of parents, like, they focus really hard on negative reinforcements. And it's really important to put like incentive structures
Yeah.
versus
For real.
just consequences like of negative actions. Like, my parents were like, if you do bad grades, that's fine, but if you get good grades, they set up like a fucking tier system of money. So if we got all A's, we get a certain amount of money, and if we got a B, then that money would go down. If we got a C, that money would go way down. Like, there was a specific tier list.
That's
That
awesome.
worked-
It's much
that worked-
better than do
Oh, it
this
worked
or I'll
wonders.
take your phone away.
Yeah, and you know what? I did really, really well in high school. I got all A's, all except for 1 year, because I had that incentive structure. I didn't want to do well. I knew I wasn't going to college, but I did know that I was going to be moving out as soon as possible, and I knew I was going to need the money. So that was like one of my favorite things that they did, is that they put in incentive structures when it made sense. And when it made sense to do negative reinforcements, they did that too. When I lied to them about a particular ex-girlfriend, they took away my phone because I was doing secretive things on that phone that they were not a fan of. So they took away the phone. Makes sense to me. Fully respected. Would have
Yeah.
done the same thing.
Preach.
But just taking your phone away because you didn't do your dishes, like, that doesn't
Yeah,
equate.
that's-
Like, it doesn't make sense to me. There's no correlation between the two. It never made, so all their punishments and things
Oh yeah,
always made
punishments
sense.
and rewards should always correlate to the task at hand.
Exactly.
It's like, if you don't do the dishes, you can't like use your phone. That's so disconnected there.
It doesn't make sense. Yeah, exactly. It's very disconnected.
Anywho,
Well, I'll tell this last. I'm so sorry. This is such a funny story.
No, you're good.
I'll
I
tell
love
this-
it.
I tell this last one, and then we will actually go to the money corner.
No, you're good.
So when I was in fourth grade, I was a little class clown. Okay, I liked to write. I liked to be funny. I wanted people to laugh, and unfortunately, my class was full of fucking degenerates. So the best way to make them laugh was for me to just be an absolute horror to my teacher.
Yeah.
So horror, not whore. I didn't. Anyway,
I have
so
the
in
same
fourth grade-
issue.
So in 4th grade, the funniest shit for some reason to everyone was I would get up on my desk and just fucking like dance around on my desk. It's the stupidest shit. So I'd stand up on my desk and dance, and the teacher would come back into the class because our teacher would leave. We didn't have that's a very long story I can't even get into. So the teacher would leave the room. I'd get up on my desk and start dancing because I'm hilarious. And then the teacher would come back in and she'd be like, get off your fucking desk. What are you doing? I'd be like, sorry. Then she'd leave again. And then I'd do the same. Like the teacher never did anything. So, she did call my parents. And my parents were like, cool. When you get home, you're going to stand on your desk for 2 hours. I was like, what?
That's perfect.
Yeah. They were like, you're going to stand on your desk. You can't get off. You have to stand there for 2 hours. I was like, okay.
I'd say fucking dance, monkey. You're not standing on that dance for me.
Yeah, minute 45.
Show me what makes your classmates giggle.
This is the easiest punishment ever. I love this. I'm dancing. I'm having a good time. Dude, an hour 20 in, I was crying, screaming, pleading that I could get off. And they're like, no, you can't. If you think it's super funny to dance on your desk. The
strength. You need the strength as a parent to say, no.
Dude, and they killed it. And then so after 2 hours, dude, I never got up on my desk again. When the kids would be like, get up on your desk, I'd be like, no, you don't know.
You'd have flashbacks. You'd have the 1,000-yard stare. You'd be like, no.
You have no idea what I've been through. You don't know what it's like to be me. To stand on your desk at home for 2 hours straight. Oh God. Yeah, that was my favorite thing that they ever did. I think that was genius. It was genius. Nice. I hope I can be like that good of a parent to where I can figure stuff out like that. I loved it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And every parent's gonna have dumb rules. I'll have dumbass rules.
Oh, always.
That I make for no reason.
Stupid. Yeah, we're gonna be stupid, and it's great. Oh yeah, absolutely. We love our parents.
I just want to say that I don't think this will be the last time I shit on something they did during my childhood on the show, but I do want to preface every instance of me shitting on some rule of theirs by saying I love them and they did great. And
yeah, I love Jim's parents. I love Jim's parents.
Jim is Jim
a lot. Yes, Jim is Jim because of Jim's parents, and that's important to always know.
Exactly.
So no matter how shitty parents are, not saying your parents are shitty, but no matter how shitty a person's parents are, if the kid is good, then you know what?
They did something
what they were supposed to do. Yeah, they did something right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, how's that money corner looking?
It's looking pretty good at an hour and 4 minutes in.
Yeah, we're probably cutting at
That's
least
true.
8 to 10 just from the beginning, and then that long month counting bit. There's a lot. There's a bit that we're cutting.
Yeah, for sure. I say we use that month counting bit as the YouTube content. Just slap it in there.
Okay, I like that. Okay, so we're probably also cutting this little aside, but let me come back in and just lead them to the money corner.
Oh shit.
What?
Hey, hold on a second. Hey, what's up?
Second time, one podcast.
Are you okay?
One fucking episode.
Leah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you weren't answering me. I thought I heard you crying. You're live on the podcast, kind of.
Oh my gosh, why?
Because I'm in the middle of recording.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I
You're-
should have texted you.
No, you're good. I thought it was an emergency. What's up?
Christian, this is your fiancé Leah. I want to break up because your penis cloth is so fucking smelly. I throw up every time I'm at your apartment.
Cool.
That's really all. I'm so sorry for calling you.
You're fine.
I'm recording and I'm gonna leave now.
You're good. I love you.
I love you too.
I'll see you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye, darling. Okay, we have to resync. I didn't realize I was going to turn off my video.
All right, so we're going to take a little trip over to the Money Corner, Spotify, and our other auditory platforms. You guys will hear a quick little ad. And as for YouTube, earlier when we really fucked up that month count, we're going to give you a behind-the-scenes look at just how long that took.
And you're going to hate it.
Because we think you'd really enjoy it.
Yeah, you're going to love it. Sorry, you're going to love it.
I missed up my words. You're going to love it.
Yeah, my bad. I accidentally said, hey, that's the opposite emotion of what I want you to feel.
Either way, let's go on down to the Money Corner.
Woo, let's hop it on down to the Money Corner. I think that's the new theme song.
I love that jingle as opposed to the sexy saxophone that plays.
Oh, man. Let's Hop on down to the money corner.
Yeah, excuse my not knowing off the top of my head, but I feel like this episode, I think it's 23. I think this is episode 23. I might be wrong.
I would bet money that it is 23 because I'm pretty sure I saw 22 earlier.
Yeah, and that's the one that we are putting out tomorrow.
No.
Our time.
No, this is 24.
This is 24?
This is 24. Yeah, because AJR was 22.
That's a multiple
And 20
of 4.
No, sorry, AJR was 21. 22 was something else, and then 23 was I can't keep track anymore.
Yeah, that's a multiple of 4. It's been 5 months. Wait,
Wow.
24?
Yeah, it's 24.
4 times 5 is 20, though.
Correct.
So
4
has it been
times
6
6 is
months?
24.
No.
Yeah, it's been 6 months. Yeah.
November 11th was our first episode.
Correcto.
Okay, November to December, December to January, January, February, February, March, April. No. April. It's April now. 5.
It is April now. What? No.
November to December, December to January, January, February, March to April.
How the fuck does that work?
No, it's 6.
Yeah, it is 6. What?
November to
What the
December.
fuck? November to December. This should not be this difficult.
Hey guys,
November to December.
everyone just give us a minute. We're very dumb boys.
December
I'm
to
this
January.
close to slamming my fucking balls in a waffle
March
iron
to
and
April.
screaming at the top of my lungs.
That's 6.
Five full. How is that 6? I just counted 5.
Okay, November to December. Put up a finger.
1. Yes.
December to January.
2.
January, February.
3.
February, March.
4.
March to April. Wait, fuck.
5.
I fucked it.
Yeah, that's 5. How the fuck is it 5 though? Because we're on episode 24. Shut up about it. Just shut up. It's fine. It's 5 or 6, something. Just shut up, guys. No, we need to figure this out.
No, this is important. But 4 weeks to a month.
4 weeks.
5 months, that's 20. Why do we have an extra week? Is this a
I
leap
don't-
week?
Wait, we're missing 1 week? Yo, dude, there's not 4 full fucking weeks in a... It's 4 and change.
Does
It's not a
that
perfect
change
4.
equal a whole extra 4?
Eventually.
After 5 months of it, yeah.
Damn, it is a leap week.
I can't believe I didn't remember that, like, a month isn't a perfect 4 weeks. It's 4 and then, like, three days.
Right.
So 3 days.
That's gonna be the title of the episode, is what the fuck is a month? Hey guys, I don't know how much of that we cut, but damn.
Wow.
We were like smooth brained. We were like, a month is 4 weeks, period. No, it's 4 weeks and some change, and that
Yeah.
change over the course of half a year can equal up to 4 extra episodes. Yes, we're only 5 months in. Yes, we have 24 episodes. Anyway,
That sucks. Dude, no wonder I fucked up on my taxes. I'm an absolute moron.
we are morons. And welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed
Hello. Yeah, I hope you loved it.
that. Both the ad or the YouTube content.
Yeah, either the ad that you hear every single time you listen to an episode, or the funny moment of us for 10 minutes talking about what were we talking about? Oh, the month of trying to. Yeah. Anyway, Jim, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
I'm glad to hear it.
I actually want to talk about the ads really quick.
Go for
that
it.
you hear every single time.
Pop
I
it.
want to be completely transparent with everyone that listens, because I don't fucking have anything to hide.
Hell yeah, no.
Hey guys, this
Show my
is
penis.
episode 24, so that's a lot of episodes. We've been doing this for a little over 5 months. We determined to this earlier in the episode.
Not quite 6, but really, really close.
And I just want y'all to know how much money we've made off of Anchor with our ads
I don't even know.
during the entire experience. We're so close to half a year. We're so close to 6 months. And I want to break this down in a sense, break down the terms of what this number means.
Let's get it.
So I think it's a gross underestimation to say that on average episodes are an hour, because they're not. They're like an hour 20, hour 25 average.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a gross underestimation, say they're an hour, right? Just because then I'm lowballing it, you know?
Yeah, sorry, I was drinking water.
You're good.
Yeah. I'm with that.
So then I'm lowballing it. So that's 24 hours of recording for each of us.
Whoa.
Right? So I just want to kind of put this down in saying that in all the time that we've done this show, from November 11th to now, we have made, off of ads, $11.91.
Yo, that's dope.
Divide that by 2 people. We've each made about $5.96.
Who we love.
And then divide $5.96 by the fact that we've recorded for 24 hours. We're making about a quarter per hour.
Dude, hey man, that's not bad.
A quarter an hour. We're moving up in the world.
That's actually horrible, but you know what? I'm gonna take it. I think that's pretty good.
Hey, for our size audience, I'm not complaining.
No,
and,
no.
I'm not. Even if we had a bigger audience, I wouldn't quite be complaining because it's
No.
not like it's fucking taxing to do this.
No, definitely
This
not.
isn't labor.
Yeah, no, and we won't-
The editing is. Like, if anyone should
Yeah.
be paid for their work, it's the one doing work, and that'd be Seth.
and you
And
do the
even the audio editing is very minimal. I mean,
fair, but still.
as we get better at doing the show, there's less ums, there's less ahs.
Yo, I was about to say,
And I have to do less editing.
I do feel like we have really dialed in our. I almost said dialed in our. Now it's so I'm like so conscious of it.
It's so present in your mind.
Yeah, I just want to say our we've fuck. You know what? I'm not gonna say it because it's gonna sound goofy. So go ahead. It's pointless.
No, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
that
it feels that
we've
way, at
really
least.
dialed in our performative ability to keep a stream of consciousness and a train of thought going without it completely falling onto its side.
Absolutely. Yo, have you gone back and listened to like episode 1 or 2?
Hear Me Out did it a couple days ago.
Did you really?
Did it like 2 days ago, maybe.
Get out.
If
I thought about
not
doing it.
yesterday.
I thought about doing it the other day.
To be fair, didn't listen to the whole episode, but I listened to like 45 minutes of it, which was a lot of it.
How was it?
Not the worst. We've definitely come a long way.
Yes,
but
I'm scared to go back
I'm
almost.
still dead proud of it as a first episode.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, because we both come from performative backgrounds, so we weren't in the dark on it, and we both have pretty good equipment, just because both of us have passions that
Hell yeah,
meant
lucky
that
out.
walking. Yeah, we were very lucky to where you do music, so you have a good ass mic, and I've always enjoyed making YouTube content / streaming.
Mm-hmm.
So I always liked having a good mic. So we both
Absolutely.
have that.
Yeah, I'm very
And-
lucky for that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're very lucky for that. So the audio quality was all right. The conversation was good because it was just us talking about who we are as people.
Sure.
So I'm still proud of it as a first episode, and I think I always will be.
Bro, that literally feels like a different person. Do you know what I mean?
Oh
Like-
yeah,
like
because in
thinking-
half a year you can change so much.
So much. Thinking back to who that person was, I was recording in my mother's office. Like I remember what my studio looked like. It looked like dog shit. I'm not saying it looks great right now, but I
Yeah.
mean it's come a long way. I've added a lot of equipment. I've added a lot of stuff. Like I don't know, man. Just thinking back to that just feels so wild to me. It feels like a different human being, and I do feel like we've come a long way, and it's cool. It's cool to see progression. That's what I love about making content is you can go back and be like, wow, look at how much I've changed.
Yeah, and how much you've grown.
Yeah, big
because
time.
if the first episode truly is the worst that you'll ever be, and it's only upwards from there, then
Yeah.
I'm really excited for what our future holds.
Yeah, it wasn't. Our first episode was not our worst.
What was our worst episode like?
Well, our worst was the one we didn't even put out.
Oh, that happened.
It sure did. That conversation was shit. No, I
Yeah,
don't think it
for
was
those
our
of you
fault,
for those of you that don't know, because I've said this in the past, but I'm saying it in case you didn't hear it in the past. You'll understand why once I say it. I'd like to treat every episode as though it's someone's first, because it's gonna be.
Yeah.
This is gonna be someone's first episode. So
Sure.
every episode's gonna be someone's first. So,
Absolutely.
as much as we reference past episodes and past things we say, I always like to say, as we said during a previous episode, yada yada yada, and I
Yeah.
like to repeat it because
Sure.
I cannot trust that you have been here the entire time. If you have been, thank you. We love you.
We love you so much, and
Smooches.
just go ahead and skip this part. You know, don't be afraid to skip something. For real, people come to me, and then you get to your thing. But people come to me, and they're like, "Dude, you guys like say stuff a lot. Like you say the same things." I was like, "Cool. One, that's on purpose. Two, there's a 15-second forward button. Just hit it. Just hit the 16-second forward button. Just do it. It's not hard." And like then you'll get to what like I don't know. People are overly critical, but also like I appreciate the the criticism. Go ahead.
No, but as I've said before, treat every episode's like it's someone's first. If you don't know what we're talking about, it was the New Year's episode.
Yeah,
We were recording for New Year's. We were going to do a special little thing where we talked about New Year's and the
Wow.
event and everything.
Cool.
Because we had just came off a high of a Christmas episode, which I think went very well.
Oh, great Christmas episode. It was so good.
So coming off of that high, we were like, okay, awesome. In 1 week, we'll have another holiday. New Year. We'll do a New Year's episode. Fucking tanked. We recorded for like an hour.
And then I will never, ever forget the moment Jim was like, "Hey man, are you feeling this?" And I was like, "Oh, no, I'm so not."
Because
I'll never forget
because
that, man.
it sounded so serious because like this is a very lighthearted show and it is very funny.
Yeah, it's all
but,
smiles.
Like we both it's all smiles. We kept trying to make that episode good and we were doing a good job of it, but like everything just came crashing. And as serious as I've ever been on this show, I literally said, "Okay, Christian, just so you know, I said it was getting cut so that you could drop your performative and I could be talking to Christian." I was just like, "Hey man." And I really just went from all smiles to being like, "Hey man, are you proud of this?"
Yeah, are you proud of this? Dude.
I said, "Be honest with yourself. This hour, are you proud of what you've made?" Like
It was so like
it was real all of a sudden, and both of us had the same answer, which was hell no, we were not. And I pride ourselves on the fact that we, one, realized it, two, deleted the episode. We didn't try to edit it to take out all the shitty bits because you would have been left with like a 5-minute
Yeah,
episode.
I'm so glad we scrapped it.
Yeah, and I know that we'll do the same in the future if it comes to that. If we ever create something that we genuinely aren't proud of, you'll never see it.
No, absolutely not. There may be 2 minutes of something that we're like, yikes, but maybe it's funny enough.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like you will never see something that we are not fully proud of.
Yeah, because if we're not proud of it, one, we'll cut it from the audio and the visual episode. We'll
easy
just
to
cut
do.
it. But if the bit that needs to be cut is the entire recording session, then yeah, we just scrapped that episode and it never saw the light of day, and that's okay.
Thank God.
I in review, was our New Year's episode even about New Year's? We just went to a fucking different topic.
I think we still talked a bit about New Year's, but not nearly as much.
Yeah, because Christmas, there's so much to talk about that we
it's
filled the
fucking
whole episode
Christmas.
with it easily.
Yeah.
There's not as much to fucking say about New Year's.
Dude, New Year's is so fucking boring. It is
And
the
we
most boring
tried to
holiday.
fill the whole episode with it. It sucked ass. No, that was the old computer, wasn't it? Yeah, that was on the old computer. It's gone. No, I still have my hard drive.
I'm pretty sure I fucking deleted the shit out of it. I'm pretty sure it's gone forever. Like from my
I still
end.
have my old hard drive. Maybe one day when I plug that thing back into a modem,
Yikes.
I'll be
Imagine.
able to pull something off of it. We'll see. We'll
Yikes.
see.
Yo, speaking of holidays, we fucking missed it on the New Year or on the Easter because we literally mentioned it months ago that we were like, oh yeah, we'll have to talk about that when we do our Easter episode, and then we just didn't do one.
Yeah, Easter's a weird holiday, though.
It is a weird holiday, but I did want to talk about the Easter Bunny and shit. Like, why? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I know
it's
the
all good.
answer if you wanna touch on it for like 15 seconds.
Please
Sex.
get out of here.
Easter was originally a pagan holiday, and you
Aren't they
ever
all?
wonder why the Easter Bunny brings eggs it's because fucking like rabbits and eggs are both signs of fertility. And we're talking about fertility because Easter is like the start of spring. Everything's blossoming and growing.
Everyone's
It was a pagan
fucking.
holiday to celebrate the beginning of the season. So fertility was the whole symbolism here, and they went with bunnies and eggs.
Cool. Woo!
Cool. You sound so disappointed.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, like, never. It's not often that sex is an underwhelming response to a question.
You
But
wish that like some guy was on a drug trip and he was just
Yeah.
like bunnies and eggs, like a
Yeah.
store, like a folk tale of a man dressed as a bunny like hopping around town, like a very Kris Kringle, but just
Yeah.
a crazy bunny man throwing eggs at people's houses early spring.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's just people.
It
like
is an
fucking.
underwhelming answer, but the true one at that.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? You can't change the truth.
What's the next holiday? May, June,
The next
fourth,
one.
the fourth.
I was
But
saying
oh,
we can't do that.
We can't fucking talk about the fourth.
It's a pretty political holiday if you didn't know.
Yeah, it's pretty. For those of you that hey, we have a demographic that's completely outside of the USA.
We sure do.
Yeah. So just to let you all know, we're talking about May the 4th. It's Star Wars Day, and it comes off the phrase "May the 4th be with."
Hey, that was genius. I appreciate that.
I saved it.
Yeah, you did.
We almost
talked about
said a p word.
A P word, yeah. We almost talked
We
about
almost
the P
we
word.
almost talked about a p word, but I saved us. No, we'll skip that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mimi's birthday's May 8th. We can celebrate that as a holiday.
We should celebrate that. We could do May the 4th. We should do a Star Wars episode. I feel like it's on brand.
I'll need to replace the batteries in my lightsaber.
Ooh.
Right? We'll go all out. We'll go all
Good, because I'm a big defender of the prequels.
out. As you should. As you should.
Oh, deadass? Are
should-
you a fan of
you
the
should be.
prequels?
Yeah. I'm a fan of all of them. They're fucking. I'm a fan of all of them because I don't regard it as fucking Renaissance. Like it's a movie.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the modern ones just because
They're wizard. They're space wizards in ships. Pew pew. Light
Pew.
sword. Damn. Just fucking enjoy it.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Don't complain about continuity or shit. It's been made over decades.
Yeah, exactly. Don't complain about the CGI and how horrible it was in the 70s and the 2000s.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it for a piece of history that it is. It's a beautiful
We
series.
know Jar Jar was bad. He was made to be bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Saying he's annoying is
but
it's like
to
saying
say
it happened in space. We know.
Yeah. Yeah.
We know
but
there was a war in the stars. We watched the movie.
treat Jar Jar as your annoying little cousin that like ultimately if you could take him out of the movie, you'd be fine. But also
But
it's
he's
like
there and you
he's
can handle
here.
that.
Yeah, he's here and you might as well just deal with it cuz there's no removing him from the family reunion. Your little cousin's going to be there. So just take him as he is. That's what Jar Jar is to
Deadass,
me.
is the next big holiday Halloween?
I think so, man. That sucks.
September has nothing in it.
Nothing.
August has nothing in it.
Hey bitch, August is my fucking birthday.
Dude, the middle of the year is fucking dry.
Yeah, it really is. Like the summer is it's very I think probably what it is the summer is like regarded as like pretty much the best season. And
Yeah.
I mean fall is up there too, but
Spring and fall are my favorite for sure.
yeah, absolutely. But summer is pretty dope, and everyone understands that summer is pretty dope. So all the like everybody who created holidays was like, let's just circle it around summer. Summer
That's
is its
fair.
own
I never
holiday.
thought of it like that.
Yeah, summer
Yeah,
is its
summer
own holiday
is a holiday.
for everybody under the age of 18. Summer's already your holiday. You're not going to school. So like don't put Christmas in the middle of June.
Yeah.
Don't
AJR.
Put,
Anyway,
yeah, don't put Christmas in June. Yeah.
Anyway, Mimi, what'd you say?
I said you could do midsummer.
Hey, you do midsummer. When is midsummer? Don't say the middle of summer. Break your ankle.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah?
The actual like midsummer is like a German thing.
Yeah.
June 24th. Let me type in.
June 24th?
Yeah, let me do Beltane.
June 24th, midsummer.
Well, that'd be neat. We can cover that.
1st of May is Beltane.
Cover
First,
it.
Beltane?
Journalism.
Fuck is Beltane?
It's when you think of the midsummer film. That's what Beltane is. 'Cause it's on May Day.
Ah, okay.
It's the first day of May.
Interesting. So, midsummer, we could talk about that. It's a holiday.
Yeah, why not?
Right?
cares?
It gives us something
whatever.
topical to talk about.
Yeah.
I had an idea while pissing today.
Ooh. Ooh, okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
Now it's ABP.
Potty?
Now it's an episode. Now we
ABP.
can put our stamp on it. But look at me putting my feet up and getting comfortable during the show. I might have just kicked the table my mic was on. If that made an awful sound, I'm sorry.
How have we not
Also-
made the joke ABPing before?
AB. Oh, we've never talked about AB piss.
AB piss, yeah.
So, essentially, and it has nothing to do with pee. Disappointingly so.
Don't blue ball me.
Yeah, this is a totally like. I don't know what to call it.
Fuck a piss free story.
Totally mentally interesting idea of
Okay.
mine. Like, yeah, it's not like a sales pitch or anything. I just had this idea of. I saw a TikTok today, essentially, and it was about a farmer, and he was like, "Here are 5 gardening tips," and then the TikTok started like, "Here's another 5 gardening tips." I was like, "Another? There's more of these," and I was interested, so I went through and I watched his entire series of gardening tips.
Wow.
And I was so interested. And in the heat of the moment, I was like, I want to be a farmer. Just
Sure.
because I love it. Like, I genuinely love growing stuff. And
Yeah.
we spent some stimulus money, Mimi did, on a whole bunch of plants. I think I talked about this last episode.
Yes, I think so.
Yes, all the plants that we have inside. Well, me and her both very much have green thumbs to the point where we
get that checked
see
out.
a large yard, like someone owns a house with a big old yard. It makes us genuinely upset that someone can just have
And they
like
don't.
half an acre of just grass they have to mow.
Yeah.
Why own land at that point?
Yeah, right?
If you're gonna own land, like I want
something
to
with it.
grow something on it, man.
Yeah.
You know, eat some, sell others, turn a profit. So I definitely want to farm at some point.
Turnip.
And
You said
this-
turnip profit?
turnip profit.
Yeah, turnip profit.
Turnip.
Sorry.
It's
help
just
it.
turnip profit.
Yeah, you're only making money on the turnips. Everything else is you're going down the hole. But the turnips,
Yeah,
turnips turn a profit.
yeah. That line's going green.
Oh yeah. All right, I couldn't help it. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. I love that. But I was kind of asking myself. I was pissing, and I go, Jim, why do you want to farm so bad? Like, why is that something that? It's not like, hey, I want to write a song. Like, there was something different about this, like, feeling of me wanting to do it, and I was questioning to myself. I was like, Jim, why do you want to do that so bad, and why is it so out of nowhere? Make it make sense. And so I made it make sense. It's because, and tell me if you followed this line of thinking. We are creative types.
Yes.
All of our work and labor for our passions come from inside our minds.
Correct.
So I have a job that requires me to sit at a desk and use my mind analytically. I run numbers all day and connect points of data.
Yeah.
I also used to roller skate for like up to 10 hours at a time and deliver food to people. That's a very physical thing. Leaving my job at Sonic correlates very closely with my fall off TikTok.
Interesting.
Very
Ooh.
closely. And it wasn't just because now I have a full-time job, so more of my time is taken up. Because when I used to make my TikToks anyway was at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why? And it's because I spend all day running things in my mind, and all my mind power's gone. I was doing a physical job and expending physical labor, not having to rack my brain, so that when it was time for my creative passions, I was able to do them. And I was still pissing at this point. And I said, Jim,
piss?
I just think fast, especially when on my medicine. But I was like, essentially, we all have like, I akined it to cups. We all have like cups of water.
We do.
We have about like 3. We might have more, but this is as far as I've gone with this train of thought.
Okay, I like it.
We've got a physical cup, we've got a mental cup, and we've got an emotional cup.
We have a growing cup.
And we can only pour so much water before that cup's empty, and we have to refill it. So I spend so much of my mental cup throughout the day that by the time it comes to my passions, I don't have much left. So the idea of my job being something where I don't have to touch the thing that is in tune with my passions or my brain, and I could just do physical work, that appealed to me so much. Just to be able to do that physical thing and save up all my, mental activity for what I wanted to put it towards. Because, I'm glad that I can do this podcast, but at the same time, at the end of the day, sometimes I feel robbed of the fact that I was loving TikTok, and I still do, and I still want to create on it so bad. It feels so weird to have a stagnant following of about 43,000 people and not do shit. I want to go back to it all the time, and I just never feel up for it because I'm spending 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, using the same asset that I would have to use to create that art.
Interesting.
That's what I thought. And we have this. The same goes for the other way around. If you have a physical passion, like if you are a dancer or something of the like, or even a theatrical performer where you use your body a lot in your passion, then having a job where you are working your body all day, you're probably so exhausted.
Yeah.
It would probably be way more beneficial for you to have a job that expends your mental energies. Because then it would save your resources of your body for your passion and your art. And I always feel like the job should be an afterthought and that you should save your resources for your passion. I feel like you should pick your job based off of whatever cup you have more water in.
That is an interesting, and you know what? First off, I've never thought of it that way. That is really good.
I was pissing, by the way.
I was about to say, that's
I don't think I've said that.
Yeah, that is an incredible thing to not only start that train of thought while pissing, but also continue it and finish it before you're pissed. That's impressive.
And then I flushed.
And then you flushed.
It was amazing. Whole go around.
So, yeah, I mean, that probably, like Leah asked me the other day, she's like, why the fuck? And I get asked this all the time. Why the fuck do you stay at Domino's? Like, it's a bad job. I'm gonna go ahead and say it outright.
That's fair.
It's a bad job. It is not a good job to have. But there is something about it where I don't have to think. I don't have to think at all at my job. I just drive around.
No thought, just drive.
No thought, just drive.
Head empty.
Head completely empty. I'm not thinking the whole time, unless I'm listening to a podcast in which I need to think. But for the most part, no. So I get home.
Have you ever thought of music stuff while working?
Oh, dude.
Or are those completely separate beasts?
No, all the time. I love using, I wish I could. So when I worked in my old, I almost said the city. When I worked in the old city, my boss was really nice. By the way, I saw him this week. I went and visited him this week. It was great. I had a great time.
Nice.
But so he would let me, when we were super slow, he would be like, there's nothing that you need to do in the store. You can either stand around or just go ahead and go sit in your car. Yeah. And that was always I owe a lot to him. Yeah, I owe a lot to him because of that. Because I would go and sit in my car for hours a day and just work on music, man. Like I obviously can't get on my laptop and work on music, but I would figure out melodies. I'd write lyrics. A lot of songs were birthed that way. And I can't do that at my current job, which kind of sucks. But I do listen to my current projects that I work on so that I can hear what needs to be done to them and what needs to get fixed. I listen to old projects to see if I can revive them. I put on old projects that I haven't done lyrics to, and I just kind of freestyle to them to see if I can figure out some lyrics to them. Like it's a very beneficial job for me because of what I do. And yeah, I don't have to think. I don't have to sit and create while I work. It's not super physical, but it is more physical than mental. And
yes, entirely.
Yeah, so I get home and I'm like ready. I'm like, I'm feeling pumped. I want to work on music because I've been at work working more of my I don't want to say it's physically demanding, but I've been working my body all day long so that I get home and I'm like, I'm ready to unload my passion into
driving at length.
Yes,
is hard.
It's tough on my back, man. That's one thing I struggle with is the back and also my hips. I've been sitting a lot recently and my hips are very, very sore. But yeah, no, it's, and that's probably why I don't leave is because I still feel I feel rejuvenated when I finish work because it feels like this nice break where I haven't had to expel all of my mental energy into writing and producing and all that stuff. And then I get back from work and I'm like, cool, I'm ready to get back into it. I'm pumped. So that makes a lot of sense. Interesting.
These are the thoughts I have when on my medicine.
And when on the toilet, not on the toilet. Do you sit and pee?
by the toilet.
Hey man, do you sit and pee?
Sometimes.
Let's be real.
Sometimes.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I think it's an appropriate time sometimes to sit and pee. It shouldn't
Yeah.
be socially
Have you had a
unacceptable.
long day? Where you just
Exactly.
You just need to ball in the potty.
You need-
Take a seat. Come on.
yeah, just
welcome.
take a seat.
It's a little welcome home, don't you think?
Yeah, relax. Just recline. We need a reclining toilet. But anyway. Yeah, no, I think people are like, you sit and pee? Dude, that's so weird. No, it's not. You sit and do everything else.
Not every time, but like,
No.
yeah, sometimes I'll treat myself.
Yeah, why not? I don't want to stand. I don't want to have to think when I pee. I just want to be
Take a
able
load
to.
out. You
just
don't
pee.
gotta aim.
No, you don't have to focus. That's how dumb guys
Yeah.
are. They have to focus on aiming their penis. No, I love to just chill out and pee. It's not often, but it should be fine to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, with that aside, I did want to ask you. I like that little segment we did there. That was really neat and insightful.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
We appreciate that.
Anytime. I think the last episode kind of ended a little insightfully, did it not?
Yeah,
How
it
did the last
did.
episode end?
I have one last question that we can just get through as quickly.
Yeah, let's end on it.
as you want to. So I asked you the other day. I said I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah, and I want to know your opinions. How do you feel, Jim Altman,
Yes.
about either the current state or just the period state of late night comedy?
It's hardly comedy.
Holy shit! All right, let's get into this.
Like, what are you talking about when you say that? Because, like, nothing is late night comedy. It's one or the other.
Yikes! You don't think? Okay, real talk. You don't think Conan O'Brien has a funny show?
I think he's a funny person.
You don't think his show is funny?
It's very apparent that other people write with him, if not for him. I think
Okay,
he
that's
definitely
fair.
has a hand in what he says.
For sure.
Because he's one of the ones that can be a little bit funnier.
Yes.
But I think he has a hand in it. I think at this point people are just writing for Jimmy Fallon.
Dude, I feel like people are fucking performing for Jimmy Fallon. I feel like
I
that's not
don't.
even.
I feel like Jimmy Fallon went missing in like 2008.
Yeah, they just made a Jimmy Fallon robot, and he's
They
been doing the
did.
late night show for however long.
Yeah.
I will clarify. I can't remember the last time I watched a Conan O'Brien monologue, but when he does have guests on, he's quite funny with them. Whereas the
Yes.
others are unbearable. They are
Jimmy Fallon
unbearable.
laughs at his guest,
all
despite what they're saying.
Despite what they're saying, yeah.
Who else is a late night host of merit?
James Corden? Do we count him?
James Corden.
Yeah.
Again, a fine character actor.
Sure, yeah.
I'll leave it at fine character actor. He did good in Into the Woods.
He did.
He was good in Doctor Who. I loved
think-
him in Doctor Who.
I think he's one where he's doing as good as he possibly can. Like he's trying his best. He's going for it. Good for him. He's still trying. I think so many of them have quit trying and they phone it in every single time.
He was great in the roles where he got cast because he was good.
Yeah.
He has been very awful in the roles where he was cast because he is James Corden.
That's a great point. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, so his show is all right. Again, I haven't watched a lot of these. I've seen clips from a bunch.
Sure, 'cause that's how everybody watches it.
Watched fewer. 'Cause I haven't watched TV in years.
Who has? TV's horrible.
One day I hope I say the same shit about the internet. Like, man, I haven't
Right.
watched YouTube or TikTok in fucking ages because I hope
man.
there's just a better form of media at the time.
I don't know. How do you get better than YouTube? Deadass. How do you get better than YouTube? You can find fucking anything
No, you're right.
you want.
No, you're right. You can avoid what you want.
Yep.
You can pick what you watch. Subscribe to whoever the fuck you care about.
Because this is the
It's
beautiful...
very selective, and that's the best. That's the best
Exactly.
part.
This is the beautiful thing about the modern media consumption is it is all algorithmic. It's not just, hey, this channel has this on. Let's go watch that. It's not that. It's, hey, we know you like this. Hey, like the other day, this is why this came up. I watched Drew Gooden and Dating Gonzalez and all those people. And the other
Love 'em.
day, YouTube was like, hey, you watch these people, you might enjoy Eddie Burbank. And he's so funny. He's great. And he
Yeah.
did it. He did a video on late night comedy, and it was a great video. He's very insightful, very smart, and very, 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 very funny. And I never would have found him if I was just, time to tune into the Drew Gooden channel or the Dan. Like YouTube is so good about that. Of like, since you like this person, you will probably like this person and this person. Whereas like late night comedy, man, it's the same people. We need more shifts. We need more changes. Like, how long has Jimmy been doing this show?
Yeah, there aren't. Also, not only is it the same people running the shows, there are only so many fucking celebrities that the interactions we have between them are so stale.
So stale. Yeah, I was just about to say stale. That's crazy. We were thinking the same word. Yeah, absolutely stale. It's painful at this point.
Yeah, because all of these celebrities are oftentimes in the same movies together. Like, I feel like every Marvel interview at this point is so boring because they legally can't say a bunch of shit about the movie before it comes out.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, hey, we literally met last year for the last film you were in. How's your wife? Like, it's table talk, and it's not the kind of shit you want to watch out of a televised program.
No, and it's like, oh, dude, it is painful.
It's rough. It's really rough.
It's really rough and hard to watch.
Here's what I'd like to do for maybe the first time ever.
Go for it.
It's a little late, don't you think? Sure, we have a lot of stuff to cut out of the episode, but at time of recording, unedited, it's about an hour 41.
Yeah. What do you think?
That's a lot of time.
That is a lot
Even
of time.
with the things we're going to cut. This is going to be a longer episode.
Sure.
So maybe for the first time ever,
What do you think?
how about we leave them wanting more?
Ooh.
We put a pin in this. Next episode starts late night TV.
Oh, I love it, Jim. Okay. See,
We literally just table this conversation.
Yeah,
For
let's do
the
it.
start of next episode, and then we'll lead to wherever we want. And then if we leave on a cliffhanger there, we save it for the next week. And I like the idea of doing that.
Yeah,
So that we don't get hour and 50-minute episodes.
Right.
I don't want a 2-hour episode.
Yeah.
And but it also doesn't force us to ruin this topic.
No, and I don't want to rush through it.
Exactly. I don't want to rush through it because I have thoughts,
Yeah. See,
And I know you have thoughts because you were the one that brought it up.
Yes, and I was on the like, I was gonna let go of most of my thoughts if you were kind of indifferent about the subject. Then I was just gonna let it go.
Yeah.
But because you also have thoughts,
There's a lot to talk about. It's a lot of interesting stuff.
Absolutely, and like, we'll go this week, and I'll fucking look more into it. I'll check some shit out. I'll watch some clips. Let's make it a real nice segment next time. We got this.
Let's make it a real nice segment next
Oh
time.
hell yeah!
So,
Cool with that.
thank you once again, everybody, for watching. And I'd like to go ahead and give a special thank you to our sponsors and Miller and Jamie, two people that have been so kind as to pledge monthly donations to the podcast in the form of subscribing, something that you can do over at anchor.fm. That is anchor.fm/anythingbut. Going there will bring you to our homepage, where there will be a little subscribe button, and you can sign up for monthly donations of 99 cents, $4.99, or $9.99. You can cancel these at any time, and it's not contractual to where it's like, oh, you have to do it 3 times in a row when you sign it. No. You can stop whenever you want, any price. It doesn't matter. As for right now, the only reward we have for this is, of course, saying your name at the end of every episode, just like we do Miller and Jamie. But as we get more and more, we are definitely already hatching a little scheme for ways to reward you all. And thank you for your kindness in donating. It means the world. I have said my piece. Christian.
Motherfucker! Oh.
You okay, brother?
Oh my god.
What, have you been chugging water the entire time I did the ad
Yes,
read?
bitch! Fuck! Dude, I'm like
It's so
sweating.
dangerous!
I'm sweating. I think
I
I'm gonna
love
throw up.
talking.
I think I'm gonna throw up. Dude, my stomach is like swollen.
You moron.
I know, I'm really dumb. I need to calm down. Let me breathe.
I love how I guessed. Everyone who, hey, if you can't tell by how natural our conversation is, we're in different we're in different states.
We're in different fucking states, yeah. Like, we're not even close to. Holy shit.
So I love that I guessed without being able to see. Oh, that's another thing, YouTube, is you can see both of us. Neither of us can see each other. That's why we never look at each other.
I'm probably going to go throw up after this is done. Thank you guys so much. I love you all so much.
Hey, I love you guys so much, and we'll see you.
See you next week.
See you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Oh, dancing.
Don't dance too hard.
I can't freaking dance. I'm just going to dance.
Fuck yeah.
Yo, that was the biggest mistake I've ever made on this podcast.